Hi boys and girls. So I wanted to talk to you guys about the third paragraph that you're going to be doing for your biography. So this is going to go into your third square. If you don't have room, I get it. Like, I was messed up a little bit earlier with one of my students' biographies. I didn't see that there was another page done, and I missed a whole page that was brilliantly done. So I wanted to make sure that if you need more space, that's fine. I just need to be able to find it in the classwork so that I know where to look for it. So just if you need more space, it's fine. You can use an additional sheet of paper, but technically this was supposed to go into your third big square on your 4-square template. So the first middle square is your topic sentence, which is my biography is about, and you write the person's name. Then you have the first square where we talk about like the early life, and we're talking about like the where were they born, who the person is, and a little bit about their family. In the next paragraph, you guys are writing about schooling, like where did they go to school, what kind of learners were they, what careers did they want to choose or do, what college did they go to, did they meet someone and get married. In the third paragraph, you're going to talk about, which is the next paragraph, which you're going to talk about more of like their time as grown-ups already. Okay, so I did mine about my dad, and once again, I'm going to read you guys the third paragraph I did about him. Edward continued working at his father's factory for several years. Edward and Lana had their first daughter, Zarina Yusufov, a year after they got married, and 2 years later, they had their second daughter, Manana Yusufov. That's me. 6 years after Manana was born, Edward decided that he wanted to move to the United States of America. He believed that there would be better life opportunities for his family. He also wanted to have more freedom practicing the Jewish religion. After research, Edward decided to move to the state of Virginia. There, he and his family had a lovely home, belonged to a conservative synagogue, and he started his own shoe repair business. Edward was a successful business owner. However, once his daughters got older, he decided to close his business and travel back to Russia. So this is the next part about my dad's life. He has just a little bit more about him. He has his citizenship. Remember, I told you guys when you move from another country to the U.S., you have to take a citizenship test. We learned about this, and you become a citizen of the United States. So my dad is a citizen here, but he travels a lot back and forth. So he's in Russia for 3-4 months, and then he comes here for a month, then goes back. He's mostly in Russia, but he does come to visit us every like 3 months or 6 months for like a month. So even though I don't get to see him a lot, he is back and forth. Okay, but anyway, so the next paragraph is going to be basically my conclusion, which I'll talk about him now, his life now, what he's doing currently. So in the third paragraph, you're going to talk about their like current age, like how did they start off, their jobs, their careers, do they have children, what state did they move to possibly, what are some things that they are doing now. And then in the conclusion, you write it, well, actually, no, I take that back. You're going to talk about like how have they been living for the past, like, let's say 10 years of their lives. And then you're going to talk about like, do they have children? What are some things that they're doing? Where do they work? And then you're going to do your conclusion, talk about them now. For example, like I would write, my dad is currently staying in Russia for 6 months and travels back and forth to visit us and his grandkids. I'm going to talk about his grandkids right now, that he has 3 grandchildren, which are all 3 of my kids. And like these are the things I will mention in my conclusion, and then I'll have my final conclusion sentence. So conclusion, I'll work with you on next week. We'll work on it probably Monday, Tuesday, and hopefully we'll have the whole thing wrapped up by Wednesday. All right, so if you have questions about the third big square in your 4-square template, feel free to contact me. I'll help you out any way I can. All right, good luck, guys.